Hello everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into a topic that many might find a bit uncomfortable, but it's incredibly important for our mental and emotional well-being: managing and overcoming dirty thoughts. Now, when I say dirty thoughts, I'm talking about those intrusive or explicit thoughts that can pop into our heads uninvited. These might be sexual or simply morally questionable ideas that seem to come out of nowhere. Let me share a quick story to kick things off. Imagine you're sitting in a quiet room, trying to focus on work or study, and suddenly, a wild, inappropriate thought flashes through your mind. You look around, hoping no one noticed the brief look of shock on your face. Sounds familiar, right? We've all been there, and it's perfectly normal. But when these thoughts begin to intrude too frequently or become distressing, it might be time to address them. Why is this important? Well, if left unchecked, these thoughts can start to affect your mood, your relationships, and even your overall happiness. They can distract you from your goals and create unnecessary stress in your life. That's why today's video is all about understanding where these thoughts come from, how to manage them effectively, and the steps you can take to minimize their impact on your daily life. By the end of our discussion, you'll have a toolkit of strategies for dealing with these intrusive thoughts, ensuring they don't hold power over you. So stay tuned as we explore this delicate subject together. Let's start by defining what we mean by dirty thoughts. These are those intrusive thoughts that have a sexual or morally questionable nature. Everyone experiences them at some point, and they're a normal part of human psychology. However, the issue arises when these thoughts become persistent and start to interfere with your everyday life, causing distress or distraction. Understanding what triggers these thoughts can be a game changer in managing them. Common culprits include stress, exposure to suggestive content, and even plain old boredom. Stress can make our minds latch onto unusual thoughts as a way of escape, while suggestive content, like certain movies, advertisements, or even overheard conversations, can plant seeds for these thoughts unconsciously. Moreover, boredom often leaves our minds free to wander into territories we might normally avoid. It's like when you're trying to fall asleep and suddenly, your brain decides it's a good time to replay every embarrassing moment from the past 5 years or conjure up scenarios that are out of character for you. External influences also play a significant role. The media we consume can subtly impact our thought patterns over time, reinforcing certain stereotypes or ideas without us even realizing it. Personal experiences, such as past relationships or particular events, can also trigger these thoughts, making them more frequent or intense. By identifying these triggers in your own life, you can start to take control over these thoughts rather than letting them control you. Understanding is always the first step towards managing any psychological challenge effectively. So, keep these points in mind as we explore how brain chemistry affects these thought processes, and what strategies we can employ to manage them better. To truly understand how to manage dirty thoughts, it's crucial to delve into the brain chemistry involved. At the heart of our experiences of pleasure, reward, and even the occasional unwanted thought is the neurotransmitter dopamine. This chemical plays a significant role in how we experience pleasure and can be triggered by just about anything that our brain interprets as rewarding, including those intrusive thoughts. When you have a dirty thought and it brings a sense of pleasure or escape, dopamine gets released, reinforcing the pathway that made you think of it in the first place. This can create a cycle where the brain continues to trigger these thoughts, seeking more dopamine release. Understanding this cycle is key to breaking it, by recognizing that these thoughts can become habit-forming through no fault of our own. We can approach them with less judgment and more strategic intervention. One of the most effective methods for managing intrusive thoughts comes from cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. CBT is based on the idea that our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are interconnected, and that changing one can change the others. When it comes to dirty thoughts, CBT focuses on identifying and altering the patterns of thinking that give rise to them. A common CBT technique is mindfulness, which involves observing your thoughts without engaging with them emotionally. This helps in understanding that thoughts are merely thoughts. They don't need to dictate actions or feelings. Another powerful strategy is thought restructuring, actively challenging and replacing irrational or unwanted thoughts with more balanced ones. For example, If a dirty thought arises and begins to cause distress, you might challenge its validity or importance and replace it with a thought about something you're looking forward to doing later in the day. This not only disrupts the automatic thought process, but also helps build new, healthier neural pathways. By combining an understanding of brain chemistry with cognitive behavioral strategies, you can effectively decrease the frequency and impact of unwanted dirty thoughts, leading to better mental health and emotional well-being. When you're caught off guard by intrusive thoughts, having some immediate tactics at your disposal can be incredibly helpful. One effective method is deep breathing, which helps calm the mind and refocus your attention. Simply inhale deeply through your nose, hold for a few seconds, and exhale slowly through your mouth. This can help derail the train of unwanted thoughts and bring you back to the present moment. Another immediate tactic is to redirect your attention to what's around you. Engage your senses. What do you see, hear, or feel? Maybe it's the texture of your clothing, the sound of traffic outside, or the sight of a tree swaying in the wind. This practice not only helps in managing the immediate intrusion of dirty thoughts, but also strengthens your mindfulness skills over time. Engaging in a physical activity is another excellent way to shift focus. Whether it's a quick walk, doing some stretches, or a full workout session, movement can release endorphins and provide a new focus for your mind, pulling it away from unproductive or distressing thought patterns. For more sustainable control over intrusive thoughts, long-term solutions are key. Regular meditation practice is one of the most effective methods for gaining mastery over your thoughts. Meditation teaches you to observe your thoughts without judgment and gradually gain the ability to decide which thoughts to engage with and which to let pass. Additionally, building a routine that includes engaging hobbies and skills development can keep your mind occupied with healthy, enriching activities. Whether it's learning a musical instrument, painting, coding, or gardening, hobbies not only fill your time with enjoyment but also reduce the mental space available for intrusive thoughts. By combining these immediate tactics and long-term strategies, you create a robust defense against unwanted dirty thoughts. This approach not only helps in managing these thoughts as they occur, but also reduces their frequency and intensity over time, leading to a healthier, more focused mind. A crucial aspect of managing intrusive thoughts effectively involves fostering healthy relationships. Open communication about sexuality and personal thoughts with your partner or close friends can provide significant relief and perspective. It's important to have a safe space where you can express your feelings and thoughts without fear of judgment. This kind of support not only helps in normalizing these experiences, but also in understanding them better. If you find that your thoughts are particularly distressing or persistent, it might be wise to seek professional help. A therapist can offer guidance tailored to your specific needs and help you develop strategies to manage your thoughts more effectively. Remember, seeking help is a sign. Another key area to consider is your media consumption. The content we absorb daily, whether it's through television, the internet, or magazines, can significantly influence our thought patterns. Start by becoming more mindful of the nature of the content you consume. Ask yourself if it enriches your life or if it potentially triggers unwanted thoughts. Modifying your media consumption might involve reducing exposure to certain types of content and replacing them with educational materials that promote healthy attitudes towards sex and relationships. There are numerous resources available that provide scientifically accurate information and promote a positive outlook on these topics. Additionally, engaging in forums or groups that focus on mental health and well-being can reinforce positive habits and help you feel supported by others who might be experiencing similar challenges. By making these lifestyle adjustments, focusing on building healthy relationships, and being mindful of the impact of media, you empower yourself to manage intrusive thoughts more effectively. These changes can lead to a healthier mental state, improving not just how you handle dirty thoughts, but also enhancing your overall quality of life. As we wrap up today's discussion, let's quickly recap the main points we've covered about managing and overcoming dirty thoughts. We started by understanding what these thoughts are and recognizing that while they are a normal part of human psychology, they can become problematic if they persist and interfere with our daily lives. We explored the psychological perspective, delving into the brain chemistry involved, particularly how neurotransmitters like dopamine play a role in these experiences. We also looked at how cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, techniques such as mindfulness and thought restructuring can be powerful tools in changing how we respond to intrusive thoughts. On a practical level, we discussed immediate tactics like deep breathing, redirecting attention, and physical activity to help manage these thoughts as they occur. For long-term management, we emphasized the importance of regular meditation and engaging in hobbies that keep your mind occupied with positive activities. Lifestyle adjustments also play a crucial role. Building healthy relationships where open communication about these issues is encouraged can make a significant difference. Additionally, being mindful of the media we consume and making adjustments where necessary can help prevent triggers of unwanted thoughts. Managing dirty thoughts is not about suppression or feeling guilty. It's about developing healthier patterns of thinking that allow you to live more freely and happily. Remember, it's a journey. Being patient and persistent with these efforts is key to success. I encourage you all to try out some of the strategies we've discussed today and find what works best for you. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Share your experiences, challenges, or any other methods you found helpful in managing intrusive thoughts. Thank you for joining me in this important discussion. Here's to taking control of our thoughts and leading a healthier mental life.